Hi, I'm Caitlynn McDaniel, and I'm here with the cast of the highly anticipated horror reboot, Scream. Melissa Barrera is Sam Carpenter, and Jack Quaid is Richie Kirsch. How are you guys?
Great to meet you.
So, Scream is arguably one of the most influential horror franchise of the 90s and 2000s. So, how do you think the reboot will recapture audiences the way the original did? I would love you both to answer, but Melissa, would you like to start?
I mean, I feel like this movie, what I know Matt and Tyler tried to do is just honor Wes Craven in every way possible in this movie, because it's the first movie that he's not here to direct. And they're such huge fans of his that every step and every decision that they made creatively was just thinking of like, how would Wes do things? And trying to like keep with his magic touch that I think is what made the franchise so successful. And I think we have a lot of the essence of the original Scream in this one. We have the jump scares, we have the horror comedy combination, we have the meta commentary, the self-awareness of itself, and the characters commenting on the situations that they're living in, comparing themselves to like horror movie characters, which is so fascinating. But we also have like the freshness of 2022 and a new generation that has a different way of thinking, that is way more woke, that is more diverse. We have a very diverse cast, and we have Matt and Tyler's, personal touch, and it's bloodier and gorier because that's how they like to make it. And I think it's got a little bit in it for everyone, for the OG fans, for the Scream fandom that has known and loved the first four movies, and then something fresh and new to usher in a new generation of fans, hopefully to join the fandom, and to maybe, if this is their first experience with a Scream movie, to go back and watch the first four and fall in love with them.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Melissa said it best, but I feel like the one thing I'd like to add to that is I feel like Scream has always commented on the state of horror at the time of each film's release. And it's been 10 years since the last one. So there's a lot of horror to comment on. And I don't want to give it away how we do it, but it's been 10 years of like amazing, just bangers of horror movies. We've had this horror renaissance, like Get Out, It Follows, Midsommar, however you want to pronounce it, Hereditary, all these amazing new horror movies that we get to kind of talk about in this movie. So it's really, really cool.
Absolutely. And if people didn't want to see it before, after both of those descriptions, I don't see how they could not want to now. And going off of that, just, there is so much horror and there's so much, past with this franchise. So how did you each go about making your own mark and honoring the past, but, trailblazing forward? How did you do that?
I didn't think much about it. I was just basically focused on not it up.
Yeah. No,
I was just so nervous, and I just wanted to do the best job that I can to give the best performance that I can for Wes, for the fans, and for Nev and Courtney and David to feel like the new generation coming in is there for a reason, and that they can trust us, and we love this franchise as much as them, and we respect it, and we're just so grateful to get to be a part of it when we grew up with it. And like Jenna says, it's not often that you get to watch something growing up and love it so much and then get to be a part of it. So we just know that we're very lucky.
I think for me, in terms of how I tried to honor what came before, I think a big part of it for me was research, either watching certain horror movies for the first time or rewatching horror movies that I hadn't seen in a while, because I know this is a franchise for horror buffs, for movie fans, for horror movie fans. So I tried to do that. And then I just tried to, trust Matt and Tyler, which was an exceptionally easy thing to do because they're both so talented, in terms of bringing my character to life and having the trust in them that they cast me and everyone in this movie for a reason, that we would bring our own kind of natural originality to these characters. So that came easy just because those guys are just so good at what they do. And I want to work with them for the rest of my life. They're incredible.
Well, thank you so much for taking the time. The film is amazing. I genuinely loved it. And thank you again. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you so much.
You too.
Thank
Take care.
you.
Like this video? Follow us for more.